Marina, are your grades really okay? Let's go to Ira's place. Get. I hate Vadik. Vadickhole. So, you know everything? I'm gonna have to edit out the background audio for all that, which kind of sucks. Depends on what you mean by that. More or less, yes. He knows my theory. I know it's dumb. Okay, didn't ask for an opinion. We'll just go and see if it has any ground. Wait, so you told Vadim about Iris? What? Her illness? Don't worry, he won't tell anyone. Are you so sure? I won't. Huh? We have a promise. I'm not snitching. But you are bitching. Not in a good way. He owes me big time. That's the kind of reason he's here at all. Don't try and treat me like your lapdog now. I'm not doing shit for you after today. Yeah, whatever. Look at Garen. Him knowing those things about Ira, those really compromising, shameful things, it just doesn't sit right with me. You just wait till you find out what shameful, compromising things he knows about himself. I can't imagine the Garen I know keeping something so juicy to himself. He's lashing out because he's like a vulnerable little boy. Okay, I don't fucking care. I hate him. I hate Garen. Shut the fuck up, Garen. I hate you. Though then again, I couldn't have imagined Garen's feeling self-conscious about a prank that might have gone too far. Right. It's not that Garen is incapable of being honorable. Honorable is that I am entirely too prejudiced. Prejudiced! And anyway, I always knew that chick was psycho. So she's a different type of crazy now. Big deal. If that's how you want to spin it. Try this trick and spin it. Yeah. Oh, by the way, what's with the kid? The kid? Her brother. You said we're gonna ask him if she's home? Oh, right. How did it go? That. About as well as you'd imagine. Figures. I mean, I saw Tolik when everyone came outside. Call him to the fence, tried asking about his sister in like a gentle manner. You know, not too directly. You called over a kid from the fence, you're like, hey, how's your sister? But he all clammed up and ran away. Well, duh, what did you expect? Yeah, Marina, you should have led with some candy. Like, hey, Tolik, wanna have some candy? This sounds nutty as shit. Huh? It's not nutty. It's so nutty they'd make a professor out of it. Oh yeah? Sneaking into kindergarten to ask a preschooler if his parents are holding his big sister hostage is now normal? In what world? Hey, you make it sound so much worse than it was. I didn't say it like that at all. Who cares how you said it? It's the same thing. It's not. It is. It's obviously not. Totally is. It's not. Oh my god. Oh my... Are you both 5? Right, what the hell? You're acting like a freaking toddler. I'm acting like a toddler? What about you? I'm not the one who started. Oh my god! She's gonna ruin you too! Hey, maybe you should have stayed back at the kindergarten. How would be more your speed. As you shove some snow into his collar. Oh yeah? You want to try that, Shabina? I wasn't going to. Why not? Because she has a speck of common sense, unlike some people. Why'd I have to do everything around here myself? Marina leans down to grab a chunk of snow, then turns to Garen with a determined expression. Hey, cut it out. He starts to back off, also scooping up a handful of snow. What's that? You scared? Scared? No. But I ain't going down without a fight. Oh, you want a fight? I'll give you a fight, alright? Oh my god. I'm surrounded by morons. Oh my, take that. God, nice try. Oi, get back here. Marina and Garen get into an awkward game of tag, trying to stuff snow into each other's jackets. Try to call out to them again and again, but it's like I'm not even there. But, bruh, this is already a mess. Despite that little scuffle, we reach our destination pretty quickly. It turns out Ira's apartment block isn't far from mine. Okay. This reminds me of something. I was looking at the reviews on the game on Z.A.T.O, and one review made me burst out laughing. It was somebody saying that I love this game. I love Garen. I love him so much. Yeah, like a fanboy or fangirl or something. And I looked at their profile picture and it's just Garen. And I was laughing so much I clicked on their name and they were friends with a Garen, and then they were friends with a Asya. So apparently there's a freaking community out there of people role playing as the character from this game. I just thought it was hilarious how they're like, oh, by the way, I love Garen, I love him so much, grah, and then they just have a picture of him, the worst character in the game. That's wonderful. It's almost like we're neighbors. I wonder, Marina? Yeah? Her voice is slightly shaky as she wipes off the remaining snow from her wet collar. Have you ever been to Ira's apartment? What's it like? Nope, never been there. Aw, I told you we weren't that close. She's been at mine a couple of times though. It's so unfair, right? Sure is. Maybe you'll see it when she's back. Maybe. If she's not already home, she wants to add. I see it in Marina's eyes. She's got her mind set on finding out the truth today. She'll peek into that flat no matter what. How do you know if anyone's home? We turn to Garen, who's finishing his cigarette a couple meters away. He still has some snow chunks stuck to his hood. Hey, I'm glad you asked. I had plenty of time to spare before going to kindergarten. So I stopped by the hospital and asked him about Nurse Krichevskaya. So she works night shifts? Better. She hasn't come into work since Ira disappeared. Huh? Hear that? Looks like my theory isn't so stupid anymore, huh? Yeah, I mean, it could be your theory, or it could just be a grieving parent too depressed to go outside. It's still stupid. Marina sticks out her tongue. Why do you keep calling it that, Vadim? I don't think it's that dumb. You serious? She came up with a batshit conclusion, then twisted everything else to match. The hell? That's not true. I mean, here's the thing. Marina's grades... your grades are not really a representation of your mind. Because they're usually just based on, like, participation, whatever. But, like, if all your grades are that bad... I don't know if I can trust Marina's deduction skills. Yeah, I felt a similar way. Asya. Sorry, Marina, but it does sound a little bit like that. Still, I wouldn't call it batshit. Maybe cow shit, but not batshit, even if it is a little out there. Out there, huh? You know, if there's even a 1% chance she's in there, I have to try. I don't care how dumb it sounds. I agree. You never know until you check. Shibuna, you can say that about freaking anything. You can. But incredible things happen all the time. So... I don't believe we should be calling bold ideas stupid or crazy or anything like that. Bold ideas, please. Aliens crash landing in Tunguska is a bold idea. It is some cheap twist she got from a detective novel. I don't think both of those are rather bold, though I believe it was a remote energy transfer in Tunguska. Heard that one. Seems far-fetched. I read some eyewitness reports and nothing there suggested electricity. Well... electrical explosions and fires of that magnitude won't look too different to an outside observer, I think. And it doesn't have to be electricity, right? There are other forms of energy out there. Nikola Tesla could have given something else a try. Please, Tesla is the electricity guy. You think he'd randomly start playing with, I don't know, plasma? Actually, I was thinking something of like lasers. Guys, what the heck are you on about? Right. That's not what we should be concerned with right now. It's been proven to be a meteor! The thing exploded in the lower atmosphere and that was that. They even ran like simulations of that stuff, so everything lined up perfectly. Oh yeah, Marina, you believe that shit? You probably believe we landed on the moon too. Conspiracy shill. And geez, I'm supposed to be the crazy one? Well, that's a load of crap. I think everything's that simple. Occam's razor, my friend, Occam's razor. And all the evidence points to a meteor anyway. You've got no case. Well, there are some inconsistencies. Oh my. Such as, like, this had to be either a meteor or a comet, right? I think the comet theory is the most popular. But, comets have a relatively smooth curve to their trajectories. If this was really a comet, it would have burned up in the atmosphere at a much higher altitude. What? Well, it could still be an asteroid. The name's literally the Tunguska meteor. Then where's the debris, genius? Where's the crater? That. I said that it exploded in the air. There wouldn't be a crater. And there would still be chunks of it scattered around. They scoured the whole area and nada. The chunks. The debris could have been disintegrated from the heat. The blast was huge, right? The people in the village nearby felt this intense heat wave. It could totally melt the thing. Melting? Ha! I knew you sucked at physics, but that bad? Oh yeah, because your alien spaceship version is so realistic? Actually, there's also the extinct comet theory. Well, if they're talking about chunks, it's probably the extinct vomit theory, am I right? Our conversation continued like that for the next couple of minutes. Wow. I guess I could have discussed a topic like that with my schoolmates, especially Garen. Even though everyone's opinion is so different that the exchange borders on being a full-blown argument. The thing is, Garen is too concerned with being the cool kid at school to be with the weird kids. Even though he's a weird kid. Loser. I think I'm having fun. It's strange. It wouldn't be much of a dialogue if everyone was sat nodding their heads in agreement, I suppose. That much is obvious even to me. I just forgot how things like this are meant to feel. When was the last time that I've done this? Have I ever done this? Wait till you discover Reddit. Asya, wait till you discover Reddit. Maybe I never have. Maybe I was never supposed to. Maybe now I'm not so sure myself. Boom, 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 boom. If I were never meant to find myself in a situation like this, then the only way this could have been made possible is through a blessing. That's the only sensible answer. The only reason why I can enjoy things like this, despite my inadequacy? Of course, naturally it's a gift. I cannot waste it. Perhaps that tiny part of my humanity that knows how conversations go can be restored. Is that why something so improbable has been allowed to happen? Maybe I'm being too hopeful. In any case, it's yet another thing that I can be wholeheartedly grateful for. Local shy girl has one normal conversation with her classmates and her life has changed. Alright, enough space talk. Let's do what we came here for, shall we? Yeah, now's for the space case talk. Yeah, let's... Though you'd never ask. Marina gives us a reassuring smile and we all head to the entrance. It's the same as all the other residential buildings in Vorkuta 5. A long 5-story block with evenly spaced out canopies at its base, each hiding a metal door with a code lock and a bulletin board on the side. If someone took a photo of it and then told me it was my house in the picture, I'd believe them without a second thought. Nevertheless, stepping closer to it, looking at it, knowing that this is the roof under which Ira grew up, slept and dined, it almost fills me with a sense of reverence. You know the code? The bro code? Yeah, bro, I know it. Yeah, my classmate lives in the same building. And what if we run into her? Calm down, we won't. Marina types in the code, the lock clicks, we're in. What if, does it matter if she runs into us? It's slightly dark and warm. Now, past familiar looking mailboxes, up a familiar looking staircase, one familiar looking floor after another, and we make our way to Ira's apartment. Oh! It's on the same floor and in the same spot as mine. That's so cute. Whoa! Marina takes a deep breath. Okay. I'll do the talking. Your guy's job is to stand next to me and look polite. Understood? Yes, Vidic, being polite. I nod. Satisfied with the responses, our negotiator fixes her hair and rings the doorbell. A couple seconds pass in silence. Marina's about to reach for the button a second time, but that's when we hear footsteps approaching from inside the flat. Then pause. We stand still. I can almost feel it on my skin. The person's gaze from the other side of the door scanning us through the peephole. Finally, there's a snap, and the door opens in a narrow light strip. A woman's face peers out, looking disheveled. Her tangled hair is the same shade as Ira's. Yes? Good afternoon. We're Ira's friends from class. We nod politely. Friends? Yes. We've been really worried about her. I can't imagine what it's been like for you. I didn't know she had friends at school. Why wouldn't she? She was such a joy. Ira's the coolest girl I know. Right, guys? Yeah. Yes. The coolest. And very kind. Agreeing. We went to the cafe like all the time. How come she never told you? Ahem. In any case, I apologize if it's any inconvenience, but I promise it won't take you long. Last Monday, I lent Iroh one of my brother's books. If it's not too much trouble, I would like to have it back. He needs it for work. Sure, what's the name? On the stability of closed systems. It's a paperback. On the stability of... She read things like that? I was surprised too, but seems like she's been interested in structural dynamics for some time. Wish I had her passion. I'm just too dumb for stuff like that. Best I can do is share some studies. I see. Something softens in the woman's eyes. Okay, I'll go look. Oh, that's alright, we can... The door slams shut and we hear the sound of a turning lock. Then the steps retreat into the apartment. Here's the thing. I mean, Marina's theory... I'd be surprised if it's true, because I imagine the first thing that the cops would do is go into the apartment and look for themselves. Great job. I mean, they could have taken her somewhere else and had while they were there and then taken her back. Shut up. Marina hisses quietly. Don't move yet. It's going as planned. Is it? To me, it looked like we just got the door shut in our face. She said she's gonna look. Just wait. When she comes back here empty-handed, we'll offer to search for it ourselves. She closed the lock just to go inside for a couple of minutes. Think she'll let us in all willy-nilly? If my theory's right, she won't. That's when we'll have to force our way through. I'm counting on you, Vadik. Marina, if Ira's not in there, you're the biggest dick here. And that's saying something because Vadik's standing right next to you. You're not gonna force your way into a grieving mom's house just to be like, whoops. Turns out Ira's not here. Are you serious? What's that? Can't push past a fragile little lady? Of course not. It's just... Hush. She's here. The door opens again. The woman peeks out. There you go. Huh? A hand emerges from the slit holding a small soft-cover volume. Your book. Marina's gaze slowly moves between the tome and the woman's face. She reaches out and carefully accepts it. Thank you. Thank you for being friends with her. The door shuts. Marina's face, meet egg. Marina flips through the book's pages absent-mindedly. So, did you actually lend Ira that book? No. I don't think so, no. You don't think so? She shakes her head. She gives me the tome and starts digging through her bag for what must be the 4th time already. Damn it, where is it? What the hell? I look down at the stability of closed systems in my hand. Just like Marina said, it's a small paperback and a worn out one at that. The year of issue says 1966. I open the book on a random page. If we are to arrange the components in order of cognition, the list will go as follows, starting from the highest. Moral belief, prejudice, subjectivity, objectivity, the desire to create, the desire to change, the desire for happiness, the desire for status, ambition, confidence, self-esteem, self-image, the desire for kinship, the desire for family, the desire for intimacy, the desire for a healthy body, the desire for a stable income, the desire for plentiful resources, the desire for shelter, food, water, sleep, sex, procreation, excretion, breathing, homeostasis, and soul. Where's the desire for subscribers? By the way, like and subscribe to the video if you've made it this far, I appreciate it. The exact sequence remains a subject of debate. That being said, the soul is ubiquitously accepted as the root for all cognitive function at the time of writing. Each subsequent component following the root is the result of varying degrees of deviation from the base code, which... Are you digging for gold in there? No, I don't pick my nose like you, Vadik. I took our copy with me. To show her mom in case we ended up searching the room. But it's... She goes silent, her movement slowing to a halt. Marina, it's not here. She stares into her empty bag with an expression I've never seen before. Then she lifts her head and takes the book from my hands. The way Marina looks at it is as if she's trying to compare the item in front of her eyes to the memory of the one she held this morning. Could be a different copy. She softly shakes her head. I don't know. Marina, you okay? Maybe you did lend it to her. Marina doesn't respond. I look at Garen but find myself unsure of what to make of his expression either. He wouldn't miss an opportunity to make a joke about this, right? Marina looks so lost it would be a very cruel no. It would be a very Garen thing to do. In this serious face, seeing him with a face like that is oddly disconcerting. So it worked? Huh? Marina quickly slips the book into her messenger, turns to us wearing her usual chipper grin. I guess old habits die hard. I'm the same old airhead. Eh? You caught me, Asya. Looks like I still got some things mixed up with all this weird crap going on. Well, that's okay. It happens to me too sometimes. Right? Took you this long to realize that you got mush for brains? I guess the people around you were too nice to point it out. Well, thank God you're here to tell me how it is, Vadik. Anyways, that sure was something, huh? Yeah, a whole load of nothing's what it was. We didn't learn shit. Wrong. Did you see how her mom was acting? If you ask me, it's a little suspicious. You think so? Don't you? She was dead set on not letting us see a sliver of the flat. Why do you think that is? I understand what you're implying, but she might just be a private person. Ugh, ain't it obvious? She's sick of random people asking about her daughter. You two aren't wrong. I'm sure both of these are big contributing factors. But even then, I don't know about you, but to me something about her behavior seemed a little too paranoid. I doubt privacy is all there is to it. I suppose I can see what you mean. What I'm saying is, even if it doesn't confirm my theory, it certainly doesn't disprove it. Sure, cool. Why is the lady who thinks that the Tunguska meteor event was a meteor, why is she the most conspiratorial out of all of these? Can I go home now? Stop right there. Who said you're off duty? Man, what else is there to do? Contact Ira directly, duh. That's what you're here for. Huh? I thought my job was to push past your mom or something. Nah, I didn't expect a direct approach to go smoothly. We just had to get that part out of the way. Now, comrades, this is where the real action begins. The real Dark Souls? Yup, follow me. I can hear Garen's sigh behind me. Marina leads us right around the building, stopping on the side that looks out to the neighboring apartment block. And what are we supposed to do here? She walks to the small playground wedged between the buildings, leans down and starts clearing the snow out with her hands. Marina? This woman. Oi! You're gonna stand there and do nothing? Come on, help me out. With what? Jeez, you guys, use your heads. We're throwing rocks at Ira's window. Garen shakes his head in disbelief. Well, it's a pretty normal suggestion, all things considered. Is what I'd like to say, but then I look up to the 5th floor where Ira's room is supposed to be. But isn't it a little too high? Actually, that's what we call a defeatist attitude. If it were the Great Patriotic War, I'd have shot you on the spot. It really is high though. Think you can throw that far? No harm in trying. And I'm kind of betting on you to make the shot. Or will that be too hard for you? Of course not. I was talking about your noodle arms, not mine. Marina lets out a smug little laugh. Meanwhile, Garen cautiously looks over the building. So which window was that again? Should be the one over there. See, with the teddy bear? I frantically scanned the apartment complex. A teddy? A teddy? Oh, found it. Right there, right where the window to my room would be. There it is. Ira's window. That's the window that she was looking out of every day. The window that she chose to put a plushie on. That's the one she looked out of the window. She'd also see her teddy bear. Maybe sometimes she'd hold it in her hands and squeeze it. Does the bear have a name? It has to. I wonder if it's something classic like Misha or Winnie. I suppose Ira could be the type of girl to call a toy the first thing that happened to pop into her head. That does sound like her, but something tells me she didn't do that. I really think she spent time picking a name that would be the perfect fit. Perhaps the name she went with in the end turned out to be a little unconventional, but it must have felt so right she could imagine choosing anything else. She probably said Paddington. I can totally picture it. God, that's so cute. So freaking cute. It's too adorable. Ira, you're too adorable. I want to squeeze your cheeks. Asya, calm down. How do you know it's that one? You said you've never visited. I mean, I've called her outside a couple of times. I see. Then Garen walks back, trying to calculate the best possible angle. His face doesn't look all too confident. Marina, having dug up some pebbles from the ground, runs up to him and drops a few into his hand. Looks like I'm next in line. I don't think I'll be any good at this. Well, you better put all your twisted, misshapen love into that throw, Asya. Nonsense. What did I say about defeatism? Some people are really into the defeatism on the internet. 3 small rocks land into my mitten. They're wet and dirty and they get all over the place. How does it... Fuck, I messed up the sand monologue from Star Wars. The most singular, classic, most amazing piece of literature in all of cinema history. Coffee break, by the way. They're wet and dirty and the dirt gets tangled in the wool. There's something charming about that. I look up to see Garen tossing and catching a pebble in his hand. He's eyeing Ira's window with the intensity of a boxer gauging his opponent from across the ring. Well, what you waiting for? Piss off, I need to aim. That's also that's what I say when I go to the bathroom as well. Ah, right. You're not solving a freaking math equation. Just go for it. Excuse me, Marina. It's called projectile motion. Okay, quadratics and shit. That's how the pros do it. Oh yeah? Gonna lead by example? With pleasure. Marina gives us both of us a challenging look, then turns to face the block. She takes a couple of specs back, gripping a pebble in her hand. Then she excels and... Pap. It lands in the snow. Eck! That's not even close. Shut up! Okay, this is being recorded. I always have to check because there's been lots of times where I recorded like freaking whole 5 hours of something and then realized that OBS was off or something. Hey listen, it's the spirit that matters. You think the pros get to the national level with a couple of fumbles? Without a couple of fumbles? No, it's a rocky road. Victory starts with a mindset, the goal-oriented mindset. That's true. Oh yeah, sure you're gonna go far with a throw like that. Maybe one day you'll make it to the Paralympics. Karen, you're yourself a fucking asshole. Big talk from the guy who's yet to make one shot. Well, yeah, one shot came out in 2014. Why are you still standing there anyways, huh? Scared yours won't even fly that far? You suck at bluffing. With a big, almost theatrical swing, Garen shoots his pebble across the yard. It draws a rather scenic arc and bounces off the wall just below the second floor. That's it. Better than your sad excuse for a throw. Ah, it's nostalgic. Years pass and you still pitch like a toddler. Zip it, Kaplan, or you're catching the next rock. Oh no, we're on a surname basis now. He's serious. You bet your ass I am. Listen here. First one to hit the target wins. Loser buys soda. Ha! Sure, you're on. Asya, your turn. But do I have to? It's pretty far. Come on, it's just for fun. Can't do much worse than me. Well, if all 3 of us are playing, how do we choose the loser? If the winner's the one who ends the game, we can't have 2 losers, right? Whoever hits the lowest, whatever. Just shoot already. I'm really no good at this. You're gonna break the window. Asya, you're gonna break the window and then her poor grieving mom's gonna look out the window at us and start crying. I'm always the last one in PE. I look up to the 5th floor. Man, hanging out with Marina's really gonna run my wallet dry. Bye-bye allowance. No, she was right. That's a defeatist attitude. I can't let it bring me down. I've heard stories of people lifting cars in times of crisis. When it's do or die, us humans can pull off athletic feats that should be impossible. So can I. I just need to channel that. I need to get in the zone. Let my inner warrior out. My inner warrior. Yes, that's right. I come from a long lineage of humans. The blood of prehistoric hunters flows in me. The ones that hunted mammoths. Ones that chased their prey for days on end. You're gonna hit the snow. Ah, I think I'm feeling it. I feel the adrenaline pumping. Someone's looking determined. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Show us how it's done. I take my swing. I'm sorry, Marina. I may not reach the 5th floor, but I'm not gonna come last. Not this time. This time I'll... It's gonna be the worst one, isn't it? Yeah. The pebble bounced off the asphalt not even 2 meters away from me. I stand frozen in place. My ancestry.com. Well, everyone's off to a great start, it seems. This is just sad. Can I just drop out, please? Marina takes in my pitiful looks and sigh. Yeah, maybe sit this one out. Winning against you will feel kinda cheap. Right, no fun in that. Out of the way then. Kaplan, get ready for your wallet. With my Olympic self-esteem in shambles, I scoot to the side. If I scoots, I toots. It's okay. Some people are not made for this. It's okay. One after another, Garen fires off the rest of his ammo. Each hits a little higher than the one before, and the last one strikes the 3rd floor window pane. Shit! We all freeze up. Crap. Somebody peeks out and scolds us, we'll draw the eyes of the whole neighborhoods. Not that we're being all that inconspicuous to start with, but... Seconds pass, nobody shows up. We let out a collective exhale. No, it's the music that's gonna copyright claim me again. If you, Vadik, would it kill you to be a smidge more careful? Oh no, it's not this one, it's the other one that did it. You told me to just go for it. Did I say that? You did. Ah well, you know, the thoughtlessly following orders won't get you anywhere. Some critical thinking goes a long way. So do we listen to you, or should we not pass the rocks? Marina, start running. Whack! Scary, scary. Also, it's my turn. She pushes Garen away with her shoulder. Shouldn't be expecting much considering her first shot. But even though the angle was all wrong, it was quite forceful. If she aimed it just a little better, Marina's pebble shoots up and fast and high. BAM! It's the Tunguska event all over again. It slams dangerously close to the 4th story window, just above Garen's strongest throw. For a moment, Marina looks surprised at how high she actually managed to hit. Then an arrogant smirk spreads across her face. Yeah, Vadik, I wonder why I called you here at all. But thanks for the help, I guess. You're free to go. Hey! Sorry to have dragged you out here. Oh, it's all on me. Sorry for that. Looks like we can handle this by ourselves after all. See you around. The hell do you mean, see you around? I'm just getting started over here. Smack. A rock collides with just the wall just above the spot Marina's pebble hit. Wow. See that? I'm only revving up. Hey, guys? I point to the ground where I've etched some lines into the snow. Here, scoreboard. Ooh, nice, nice. Hehe. Way to make yourself useful. Hey, can you draw mine a little higher? What? No playing favorites. Yeah, sorry, no cheating, Marina. Jeez, whose sides are you on? I like fair games, and I believe in ya. Coffee break? I put way too much creamer in this coffee. 3rd floor, bam, 3rd and a half, bam, second and a half, third, so go, does a, oh, it's a home run! Two keep pelting the building while I keep drawing notches on the scoreboard. Sometimes I run out to collect the rocks after they fall into the bottom. If you think about it, isn't this game sort of like a reverse meteor shower? Rocks flying up into the heavens, never quite reaching their destination. If we captured them with a long exposure camera, they'd leave similar traces in the sky. A sea of dark parabolas. Most are uneven, unshafted halfway through broken... Ouch. I get distracted and a pebble hits my head. Asya, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Ow. Yes, don't worry. Please keep going. Gee, Shubina, watch where you stand. Sorry. Whoosh, whoosh. Oh my god. No thoughts, head MC. Just vibing in my lane. Looking at it now, yeah, Marina's aim isn't the best. Really, it's kind of a coin toss between her sending the rock really high up or straight into the snow. Still, she puts a lot of force into those throws. Garen can see that. In spite of her flawed technique, Marina truly is a worthy opponent. Ah, guys, you're almost there. Yeah, watch this, kid. Here's looking at ya. To ya, kid. I forgot the quote. I'm gonna knock Yara's window right out. Please don't. Who are you calling kid? Make way. Bam. Damn it. Whoa, you almost got it. Seriously? Next one's gonna be it. Count your prayers, Kaplan. And your cash. I take cream soda, by the way. Yeah, of course you do. Really? That's pretty cute. How is it? Whatever. Actually, it's not very fair to you, is it, Asya? Huh? What do you mean? Buddy, we can't leave the squire out. Squire? The loser buys 2 drinks. One for the winner, one for Asya. If you're so eager to spend more money, be my guest. Well, I like Duchess. Heard that? Sure did, and for your information, I'll be having Tarhan. Of course you will. I'm so lucky. No matter who wins, I'm getting a free soda. Being a wimp has finally paid off. Alright, my shot. Get going, Vadik, the store's right around the corner. Just throw already. Marina gets into position. I haven't missed one in a while. Got a good feeling about this. She swings her arm back. Wait, what did she just say? Haven't missed one in a while? Marina's aim is all dumb luck. Much like in gambling, it's best to quit while you're still riding high. Otherwise, Marina, careful! Oops. The rock flew fast and high. It went straight into and right through the 4th floor window. Bullseye. What the fuck? Everyone run! Wow. Marina grabs my hand before I can fully process the situation. All of us bolt to hide behind the nearest corner. The man's furious voice echoes between the buildings. You shitty brats, your parents will pay for this, you hear? Kaplan, don't think I didn't see you. Shit. You idiot. Aaron leans against the wall, unable to catch his breath. Shut up, you. This guy recognized me. Hey, maybe he'll make you famous. Freaking marksman of the century. She punches his shoulder, but lets out a giggle nonetheless. Well, hey, at least I hit a target. Oh, one you weren't aiming for? Details, details. I crouched down and let out a sigh. Wow, what a doozy. At least that man didn't seem to know who I was. My dad would kill me if someone complained. Poor Marina. I hope that Lev won't be too mad. Her parents too. Her parents. I don't think she ever mentioned them to me. Do they work in a different city? Then why does their daughter live in Workuta 5? Maybe I should ask her sometime. Yeah, let's just ask her about possibly some traumatizing information or something. Let's just do that. How long have I been recording? I think I'm gonna end the video here. At the wanton public destruction of public property. And it's public because it's the USSR. Okay? It's all public property. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video here. Like I said, if you made it this far, I appreciate it more if you can like and subscribe. It was a pretty lighthearted section of the game. But I imagine that pretty soon things are gonna get a bit spooky, if not spoopy. All right, I'll see y'all on the flip side. Bye.